Yo, peace, peace, peace. Yeah, it is double cheer. Okay, now this is obviously something that I'll be trying to start off soon, and this is just like where I bring in some hidden gem recommendations for you guys to get on Netflix or to get on Love Films to try and rent us, because obviously these are films from the heart. These are films that are fully recommended from the heart, and these are some underground gems that you may know of, heard of, or seen. And for this one, I'm going to start off with The Bad Lieutenant. I have no clue whether Bad Lieutenant's Port of New Orleans is a remake or not a remake. I don't know, and I don't care. But I just recently watched this Bad Lieutenant, 92, starring Harvey Keitel. That performance, because look, man, I mean, Harvey Keitel, I'm a very big fan of Harvey Keitel. But the performance this man gives in this film is one of the most shocking performances I've ever seen in my life. Because when I was just watching, because it was on TV, and I was just trying to flick through, and like the few minutes I saw was the stuff he was doing was so shocking that I had to watch the whole thing, and I was actually about to go to bed, but I had to watch the whole thing. Really briefly, because I don't want to give any spoilers whatsoever, but very brief thing of what this is about. Bad Lieutenant. He's a cop, a lieutenant obviously, and he's very bad. He's very bad. He takes drugs. The way he wills and deals with them drug dealers is extremely illegal and against how you're supposed to do it as a policeman, a man of the law. And he's just very bad. He's just a bad man. But not bad in the sense of like Henry Portrait of the Killer bad. No, that's just a psycho. But bad as in he's just bad as a man. Morally, ethically, he's just bad. And obviously in the film he's trying to somehow redeem himself and trying to gain hold of himself. And he gambles as well. And he's an extremely bad gambler. So, but I just think this is one of those films where you think to Taxi Driver, you think to Serpico, where like this actor, this guy is a beast. This guy is literally just carrying this film. And like that's the thing, like they're just those films where an actor just hits it. An actor he just hits that note, and once they hit that note, it's just plain sailing. That's with the whole. You can talk about with the whole thing with Heath Ledger. With the Joker, he just hits that note. Anthony Hopkins with Hannibal Lecter, he just hits that note. Harvey Keitel, he hits a note in acting where like once he hits that note, you're like, this guy is this man. Whoever this lieutenant is, he is this guy. And it gets to a point where like it's like he's not acting. It's like he's really this man. And I was just watching because when I watch films, I get very involved in films. Obviously, they have to be good, not like bad performance, but for real films when they are done well and I really getting into these films, and like when I was watching I was like, man, this guy's messed up. I was in like, and Harvey Keitel, the way he plays it is so, the acting is on such a ridiculous level. You talk about the facial expressions, the way he delivers the lines, his aura, the way he moves, the way he walks, he totally sells how down and out and how wretched and how useless this man is, And one of the craziest scenes in this, obviously for those who've seen it or those who will be about to see it, because you will see it most definitely, is when he stops these two young girls who obviously it's not their car, and he basically tries to basically the scene with two girls in the car, him and two girls together, when he stops them on the road. When I was watching that, like by the end of the scene, I was like, my lord, man, like what the hell did I just see and hear? What the hell did I just see and hear? But I think like, man, it's like we watch a film like that and like, man, because the thing about that film was that obviously I looked on IMDb and he won an Independent Spirit Award most deservedly. For me, he should have at least been nominated for an Oscar. At least, even for me, it's an Oscar-winning performance. And watch it and come to me and try and argue with me that that is not an Oscar-winning performance. Because for me, like, it was incredible, a shocking performance. But you know, like, but I mean, by that time, it's like, you know, you watch this film, and you're like, man, they don't make films like this anymore, man. They don't make films like this anymore, you know, because, like, obviously this is an arty film, but it's one of those rare arty films which, yeah, it's an arty film, but it still makes sense. You can be arty, but you can still make sense. A lot of arty films you get now is like, they're just arts for art's sake. Like, they make no sense. Like, oh, wow, look at this imagery. Like, for example, you have, oh my gosh, Life Aquatic. I couldn't even finish that film. I mean, when you see a guy hold up a fish and you see the dolphin eat the fish, it's like, okay, what the heck is this about? Life Aquatic, I don't really recommend it if you don't like arty films. If you do, I fully recommend it if you like arty. But I think, you know, for this, man, I really recommend you guys watch this film, man, because Harvey Keitel, obviously, he's an amazing actor, obviously very underappreciated, I feel, very underappreciated. But I strongly doubt you'll find a better performance from Harvey Keitel that he did in this film. You know, bring the Mean Streets, bring Taxi Driver. You will not find a better performance from Harvey Keitel than he did in this film. You know, an absolutely gem, diamond of a performance. This guy was the bad lieutenant. He was bad. You know, so yeah, guys, check that film out. Double recommendation.